Angler pipes are a feature in Angler used to transform data in template without modifying the original data. They make your template cleaner and more readable. In Angler, pipes are functions that format specified data before displaying in the view. They help to transfer and manage the data within interpolations denoted by in square brackets. Therefore, pipes are sometimes referred to as filter. It accepts array, integers, strings, and input, which are separated by a bar symbol. Here we have to given the data, Angler pipe working in the data, and then give the formatted data as the output. This is the features and uses of the Angler pipe. So pipes can apply transformations directly within the HTML element. When a custom pipe is created, it can be reused through the Angler applications. So multiple pipes can be changed together. The output of one pipe can be passed as input to the another pipe. You can use pipe to format and transform numbers, objects, strings, and date in a way that is suitable for display in the user interface. So pipes are used to filter data, which means it can show only the certain items based on the past conditions. This is the way how to use the Angler pipe. To use the Angler pipe in your applications, embed the pipe directly inside the template expressions. So this is done using the Angler pipe operator, which is denoted by a vertical bar character. The pipe operator is the binary operator. On the left of this operator, the input value is passed to the transformation function, and the right side operator is the pipe name. All the built-in pipes in Angler are available at common/common package. Hence, make sure to import the required pipe from this package by specifying the pipe name in the following command. Here you have to give the import pipe name from at angler/common. So this is the syntax to follow to Angler pipe. HTML tag name, input value, pipe name, then HTML/tag name. So when HTML name can be replaced by any HTML tag, input value is the input that will be passed to the pipe on the right side of the pipe operator. Then chaining Angler pipe. Chaining multiple pipes together is also possible. The output of one pipe can be passed as input to the another pipe, and the chain pipe run from left to right. This is the syntax of the chain Angler pipe. Then passing parameter to the Angler pipe. Some Angler pipe allow to configure the transformation by passing specify the parameter upon the pipe name with a colon, so followed by a value. So this is the syntax. So the following example illustrates how to use the data pipe in your Angler application. First, you have to create a pipe app application using the below command. Using the command ng new pipe app. Then you have to add the below content in the app.html file. In step 3, you have to import at Angler common package and create the data object inside app.ts file. Finally, you have to run the applications in the browser using the command ngserve. It displays the result today date. In step 5, let's add the data pipe in the HTML file. So now you will see the below output on your screen. So today date only we got the output. In step 6, pass the full date parameter to the data pipe. So if it is given, it will show the present date as well as the full date. So now you can run your application. This is the response. Tuesday, today date is January 7, 2025. Then in pipes, some built-in functions are already there. Angler supports a number of built-in pipes. Data pipe is used to format a given date value. The upper lowercase pipe convert the individual letter of the specified text into the uppercase, and the lowercase pipe transform the individual letter of the specified text into the lowercase, and then the currency pipe. This pipe is used to transform a given number into the currency string, and the decimal pipe. This pipe format a number into a string of decimal point number, and then the percent pipe, it format specify number into the percentage string. Then title case pipe, it is used to convert the specified text to the title case. Then JSON pipe, this built-in pipe is used to transform an object to its corresponding JSON string representation. And then the key value pipe, use this pipe to create an array of key value from a given object. The last one is slice pipe, it returns a new substring from the specified string. So now we see the one by one example. The first one is lowercase pipe. So in this example, we will see the practical implementation of the lowercase file. So in the step 1, as usual, we import the common packages and define a string and the array of the string inside the app.ts file. So in the second step, you have to apply the lowercase pipe to each string. So once you save all the code changes, you have to run the application. So finally you got the output as lowercase pipe. So this is the output. Finally all the output comes in the lowercase. The second one is uppercase pipe. So the uppercase pipe is mainly used to convert all the letter of the input strings to the uppercase. So if the input value is null or undefined, this pipe returns null. So this is the syntax. So same step followed here. First we have to add the following code in the app.ts file. In step 2, add the below code in the app.html file. So finally it gives the output as all the output are converting to the uppercase. And then slice pipe. So the slice pipe is used to slice a piece of data from the input string. So it creates a new array or string containing substring from the specified string based on the start as well as the end position. Here you have to give the start as well as the end. So start is the starting position where the slice beginning. So end is the end position where the slice should end. So this syntax you have to follow while using the slice pipe. So this is the example for slice pipe. First you have to give the app.ts. So next you have to give the app.html. So finally you get the output as you have to slice the here for the first one you have to give slice 1:2. The second topic you have to give slice 1:3. The third topic is slice 2:3. So that letter alone comes as the output. So next one is data pipe. So this is used to convert the input string to the data format. So if the input value is null, the data pipe return null as an output. So this is the syntax followed. But date format is the data format the input string should be converted to. So same step, first you have to create the app.ts file. So next you have to create the app.html file, and then finally you got the output as today's date. Next, currency pipe. The currency pipe convert the input string to the currency format. The given input value will be formatted according to the local rules and the optional parameters such as code, symbol narrow, and the digital info. So this is the syntax followed for the currency pipe. Here we have to give the code, symbol narrow, then digital info. Here the code represents USD for US dollar and EUR for Euro dollar. Symbol display the currency symbol. Symbol narrow display the narrow versions of the currency symbol. The digital info specify the number of digital places and the minimum and the maximum number of integer digits. So first you give the app.ts. So next you have to give the app.html. So finally got the output as currency value. So the final one is a percent pipe. The percent file is used to convert the input string to the percentage format. Like other built-in pipe mentioned above, it also return null when an undefined or null value is passed. So this is the syntax you have to follow. Here the digital info control the formatting of the percentage value. So determine the number of decimal places and the minimum and maximum number of integers. So the same procedure for all the bugs we have to give the app.ts followed by app.html. So finally you got the output. The same code will be followed for all the built-in pipes. So next you have to give the app.html. So once all the codes are changed, then you have to run the browser using the ngserve command. The final output is 59%. Then the decimal pipe. The decimal pipe format a number into the string of decimal point numbers. The given input number will be formatted according to the specified digit info parameter. So this is the syntax followed. First, we have here the digital info. It determines the number of decimal places and the minimum and the maximum number of integer digits. So same. Similarly, you have to give the app.ts followed by app.html. So finally, you got the output as the given number is in the decimal format. Next one is Angular custom pipe. So here the custom pipe is the user-defined pipe that allow the developer to perform specific transformations that Angular built-in pipe can't achieve. The built-in pipe provides the limited functionality like formatting dates, numbers, and strings. However, you can achieve more than the custom pipe. For example, sorting and filtering. So this is the syntax follow for the Angular custom pipe. ng generate pipe. Then you have to give the pipe name. So these are the features and uses of the Angular custom pipe. The first one is once you define a custom pipe, you can reuse it whenever needed in the application. Next, like built-in pipe, custom pipe can also be used directly in the template expression. The logic for the custom pipe is written in a separate TypeScript class and applied within the template. That helps in maintaining the code and improving the performance. There are a number of features that you can add in using the custom pipe to your Angular application, such as digit count, filtering, sorting, password generations, and many more. So first, you have to create a custom pipe in Angular. The first step, you have to create a custom class and export it. By convention, a pipe class should end with the string pipe. To decorate the creator TypeScript class with the pipe decorator, specify the name for the pipe. In the end, inherit the pipe transform interface and implement it to the transform method. This is the example. So first we have to create ng pipe digit count. After executing the file, you can see these two files. In step 2, you have to create the logic for counting digit in the number using the pipe. Once digital count ts.files and you have to add the sub below command. So first similarly, first you have to create the pipe.ts, then pipe.html, then you have to run in the browser, you got an output. So in step 3, you have to create the app.html file. In step 4, you have to add the logic to the count number of digits in a given number. It's time to add the final code in the app.component.ts file. So finally, we import the digital count pipe and we have to define a number. Here we declare the number as 100. So once you give the command, you got the output as using custom digit count pipe count is 3. So that's all about Angular pipes.